Hey everybody, and thanks for watching Woodcrest Bonsai. Today I'm going to put some training trees into the ground. And it's an old raised bed that I used to grow a lot of vegetables in. But I have really curtailed my vegetable growing tremendously. And so right now, the last thing that bed had in was zinnia. And they bloomed beautifully, but now it's all weedy. So I decided I'm going to put some of my training trees in the ground to get them very thick. I'm planning on doing Neea and also Premna, and I've got several of each that I think are going to benefit tremendously from growing in the ground. So this first one is a Neea, and all I'm really going to do with this guy, I'm going to leave everything on there, even this kind of strange circling growth here. But I do want to remove the double leader. I'm going to remove one of the double leaders. So you can see right here, I'm going to take one of those off. Because the more I leave that, when I do cut it, there'll be a big knob there. And because of the way the tree is moving, we have movement, 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 and then movement. I'm going to take the one on the right off. So I'm going to take this guy off completely. And that's about it. And I have some branching here that can end up being my main branches. And then this growth here is shooting almost straight up. But I'm going to leave that for now and just try to get some thickness. The only other thing I'm going to do with this thing is to see if it has any circling roots, and then remove the circling roots. I don't really want to disturb the root ball. Just want to make sure there's no circling roots. And it really doesn't look like there is. Here's one right here, but it's circling in the silhouette of a little 4-inch pot that it used to be in before I put it into the 6-inch. So that guy, and he's also like up in the air, so he's going to come off completely. And then the rest, I don't really see any circling roots on this guy at all. At least not on the surface. So that's it. There you go. And now he's going to go in the ground. This is in a very, very heavy-duty organic mix, and it's already degraded quite a bit. But I'm going to now take the tripod with the camera over to the bed, and we'll put him in the ground. So here's the bed, and I've already dug a hole for him, and I'm not going to put them straight down the middle of the bed. I'm going to offset them. And this bed is just cinder blocks with the holes facing up. So I've also planted trees and other plants in the holes in the cinder blocks. And if we go down, you see it's got a lot of weeds, and I just weeded this part to get these guys in the ground. And I can continue to weed. It goes all the way down. And these weeds are really nothing. There's some carcasses of the zinnias. And then at the end of the bed, there is Green Island ficus cuttings that are in 1-gallon pots. But I'm absolutely sure they've all grown into the ground, so they're sort of in the bed too. But that's the procedure for today. I'm going to try to get 3 or 4 of them into the ground. And planting a bonsai tree into the ground is really no different than anything else. Sorry about that. I had to go get the plant. I don't know why I just didn't put it on pause. Anyway, here we go. So I've already filled the soil with some good organic matter. And then I'm going to plant it so it's not buried. I don't want the root ball to be buried. I want it pretty much right on the top. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to give it a little bit more organic matter right along where the roots are going to expand. Oh, and there was even an earthworm, which is a great sign. And this soil is actually pretty good, the ambient soil, because this was a bed that I've been adding organic matter to for many, many years, because I used to grow tomatoes and other things in here. And then I like to make a little bit of a moat around the tree so that when I water, it all stays in that general area, this circle, about twice the size of the root ball. Need a little bit more soil over here. And that's about it. And then I'm going to do the next one here and then offset. The next thing is I'm going to water them in really, really well. I already have some water here with a little bit of root stimulator fertilizer in the water. And then once I see some new growth pop, I will really begin to fertilize these guys. Try to get as much growth as possible throughout the entire growing season. And since we're still only in the middle of February, that can be many months here in Zone 10. So there you go. One Neea, ready to just explode with growth. And the process is the same. The process is the same for all of them. And I apologize because I keep forgetting that I don't have a lapel microphone. God, I need a lapel microphone. So there you go. And now I'm just going to let it take off. If there is some growth that gets a little weird and I really don't want it as part of the design, future design, I may take some off, but for the most part, I'm just going to let it grow as rapidly and as wantonly as it wants. Just let it just take off. And then we'll see in the next few months what that looks like. And then I'm going to do, I could probably do another one somewhere. About right here. Okay, so then do another one there, and then do another one there. And I'm getting to be an old codger, so I wear out quickly, so I'll probably do 3 or 4 more, and then call it a day. And then one of them will get the same treatment. In other videos, I've showed you that I keep all my old soil, even though it's highly degraded and whatnot. But mixing it in to this sandy soil creates a much, much more organic soil. So I always stockpile all that old soil. I just usually throw it in a big pot and let it sort of just sit there and rot. I also put some in my compost. And this is the perfect place to use it. Give those guys some better organic soil other than just plain sand, and they will grow that much better. That soil holds nutrients better, which will be easier for the trees to take up. And so there we go. One Neea. in the ground, with more to come. So thanks for watching, and as always, you'll be able to see the progress of this guy and the rest of them that I put in here if you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And for those of you already subscribed, I truly appreciate your support. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. There is no question that growing plants in the ground is the fastest way to get the trunks thick. You know, sometimes I kind of chuckle because we've got these other channels that tell us how to get trunks thick fast. The trouble is they never actually tell you how long fast is. Go look at some of those channels. They never say that it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. They don't tell you. And a plant can only grow as fast as it can grow. Some are more prone to growing much more quickly, but the best way to get trunks thick, to get plants to grow as rampant as they can, is put them in the ground or some kind of gigantic pot, and then give them enough fertilizer that they can take up and utilize without giving them too much fertilizer. Too much fertilizer, and I can't use organics here because the raccoons just eat it. So I have to use, you know, granular, slow release, whatever. And too much of that can create salt buildup in the soil. So fertilize copiously, but not too much. And then just let them take off. Never trim them. That's another secret to get the trunks thick fast. Because when you trim a branch, it slows down. It has to stop and put energy into sending up a new bud. So I like to just let them take off and trim only when absolutely necessary, if a branch is growing where the form is going to be ruined as far as the finished tree. And so here I am doing it again, saying thanks for watching and then going on for another couple of minutes. But anyway, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and I will keep you updated. Let's say every like 3 months on these guys, just how much they have grown and what kind of results I'm getting. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.